Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3. Fan, Shamsa, Isha, Mansoor, Safia. Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
One, two, three. Testing. Hello, everybody. Hi, hi. Can you hear me? I have connection issues. Can you hear me well?
Yes, sir. Hi.
Hey, hey. Okay, good, good. Fantastic. Okay, so shall we start? Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Yes, we hear you, Doctor.
Okay, sorry. My Wi-Fi is unstable, so I switched to mobile data. Okay, well, we have a new member today. New member, can you introduce yourself? No, he cannot. I'm gonna share the main screen with you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. So we have Ahmed Kuleib. Hello everybody, I'm Ahmed. Major Master Software Engineer. My hobbies are da da da. Great. I think he might be missing the lecture. Okay, good. So he will join the group of the electric bicycle. Sounds good. Okay. So how was the quiz? Number 1. So what we're going to do today, review the quiz, and then we will keep working on our prototype, user journey map on Figma, right? So you had the personas, excellent, and then and then we will introduce some concepts, basic concepts of a usability. Does that make sense? Are you hearing me well? Let's see. Are you hearing me well? Hi. What's going on? Moderators, hold on. Yes. Okay, good, excellent. So let's go to the quiz. Was it difficult? I'm gonna send a poll. Anybody have some comment? Polling. Quiz. Too easy? Three people said yes. Okay. 4 people said yes. Good. So we'll make the poll harder next time. Do you want a harder poll? No. People that says yes, why would you say it was too easy? People?
I said no.
Okay, somebody who said yes. Anybody wants to speak?
No one is talking.
Well, there's 4 people that say yes, too easy. So the next one, we will make it harder. Thank you very much.
No, doctor, it was good, not easy.
But the question is quiz too easy, and 4 of you said yes. So
They need to review themselves. They need to think twice.
Okay,
there was questions that are too easy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Khalfan.
Yes.
I'm Khalfan from Mars. So,
Mars, yes, congratulations.
Thank you, doctor. So the quiz was, I won't say it was not too easy. There are a few questions that are easy, but no, it is not too easy as a quiz. There are a few questions that were it's a good question. If you follow up with the classes and you understand everything and you catch up with all the activities, you will know it, but it's hard to know if you don't catch up with the classes. So
Okay.
I think it was not hard, but it was a good level, I mean.
Excellent, good. Okay, so most of the people got it right. There's 2 students. Maha, are you here with us? Maha? And Hanan, are you here? So most of the people got an A in the quiz. Pretty good. So are you interested in reviewing the quiz? Somebody? No? Okay, so does everybody agree with this one? The higher the fidelity, the higher the reliability. Yeah, this is a law. The inventor of the marshmallow workshop is Eric Ries. No. Who is the inventor of the marshmallow workshop? For 1 bonus point, who can tell me?
Peter Skillman?
Peter.
How do you know that?
I
How do you know?
Googled about the workshop, and I had like a discussion. We have like a 30-minute, we call it a corridor event. It's similar to before Corona, we used to have like cookies and coffee for 30 minutes, and everyone discuss. Now, because of Corona, we have it on Teams. So we join for 30 minutes. So I talked about it. So I have like a small research about it. And then I talked about it, and they liked the idea, and we discussed why MBA, and because we have few MBA graduates in our team, they were unhappy with the American joke.
Wait. Kalfan, you did this after we did it
after
in the
class,
or?
Yeah, so after the class.
I will get fired.
No,
because of you.
No one knows that I bring it from the class. So when
I'm kidding.
when we have this every Tuesday morning, we have like a 30-minute discussion.
Have fun. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. It's good that you reuse your classes. That's why we're very proud that you use that is useful to you and your company. And that is the point. And creativity is about hiding your sources. Good. So you can follow Peter Skillman on LinkedIn and on Twitter. And wow, he has a beard now. Right, good. So it's a very cool guy, yeah. Peter Skillman, who is the guy who appears in the video. Do you remember the video we saw of the shopping cart?
Yes, doctor. Yeah, yes.
That's the guy. That's Peter Skillman. It's amazing, isn't it? Good. Okay. So who is Eric Ries? Anybody? Nobody? So it's the Lean Startup movement, yeah? Good. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Just-in-Mind prototype is a higher fidelity than Marvel App. True or false? That is true. Lean UX is a method to design an app that is based on principle of iterative prototyping. True. Essay, give 3 examples of software prototyping tools to make high fidelity prototypes. Okay, so Figma, Marvel App, Miro. Yeah, you can use Miro to do high fidelity prototypes. Okay, this answer is not great. There's better software than Miro to do high fidelity prototypes. Like, for example, anybody? For example, Just-in-Mind Prototyper, or yes, Adobe XD, right? Or Shamsa says for you, okay. Photoshop, very good. So here I should subtract 1 point of Fatima, but okay. I've seen people using Miro for high fidelity prototypes actually, so good. What is the
Doctor?
relationship? Yeah, who's there, Fatima?
Safiya, I have
Safiya.
a question. Not this one. For that one, Marvel and Just-in-Mind.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
In the slides, both of them under the same type. So why we
That
consider
is yeah, so if you
this one is higher than the other one?
very good question, Safia. Well, if you use them, you will realize that it's completely different. Yeah, that Just-in-Mind provides an interactivity level much higher than Marvel App, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, this question is not excellent because even though I told you to check to check and we saw it in class, you didn't have the chance to play with Just-in-Mind prototyper. So you are right that is a bit unfair to you, but it's true that Just-in-Mind is a bit way higher fidelity than Marvel App. Doesn't mean that Just-in-Mind is better, it's just higher fidelity. Yes, so the fidelity is just one thing, and as you saw, in each stage of the design, you need or you want a different tool. Yeah. Sound good? So yeah, you have a small point there, and thank you for the feedback. Essay, what is the relation between quality of a product and prototyping? Who wants to say? It's supposed to be an essay, and here 1 sentence. It's very good. That's it, that's the relationship. It's proportional, right? Proportional, directly proportional. Essay, split reason for kindergarten. Now, some of you, like there's like half of the class has exactly the same answer to this one. And because of that, the AI system of Blackboard has said that you have copied. So people that answer like this, exactly like this, even with this small mistake here, which happens to be the same mistake I put somewhere. Would you like to say something, or some comments or?
What do you mean, doctor? So if it has said we're teaching, so what's, because we wrote this on Miro, that's why everybody wrote the same thing.
But you also, so you're not supposed to be looking at, so this means it's copy pasted from Miro, yes?
But
No, we
doctor, I wrote it
memorized
in a
it from
different
there.
way.
We did not actually do that. We have memorized it.
But
Maybe
Also,
changed in the context a little bit, but it's exactly the same meaning.
so you're saying that 7 people memorize the same thing and memorize the same mistake here?
No, for me, I did not have this, honestly. I just wrote iterative prototyping for the last one. I did not write all this sentence.
Okay. Well, okay, good. No big deal. Just it's not a big deal, but be careful to try not to copy paste things. I know, just in case. Okay. So is this correct? No time wasted to fight for power. BS towards single optimal solution. And more prototyping iterative. Is this correct or no? Let's see what people say.
Yes, this is Shadi.
Shadi, okay.
As I think, this answer, it is open answer. So there is different views to answer these questions.
Very good. Very good, yes. So anybody wants to say something? So
Yeah,
they didn't waste, yes. Yes, go on.
I did not take the quiz.
And you are?
Maha.
Maha, okay. Well, why not?
Because the lockdown browser does not work that time.
Okay, okay. So don't worry. We'll talk about this later in the class. Okay, anyway, let's focus on the answers. Is this correct? Some people say yes, some people say no. So people that say no, can you say why? Or chat? Halfan, please speak. Okay, I'm not saying you copy it. I'm just saying that the AI system, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I mean, I write yes for the, I didn't write no, but I have a different view. First, the kids, they will go and play with it directly. So it's an experimental approach. This will help them to iterate more and have more prototyping. The MBA will try to plan ahead, and this will be building assumptions. And these assumptions can be wrong. And as you go with more assumptions, you make more mistakes. I think we discussed this in the class, and we talked that people, the last thing they thought about was the marshmallow, and marshmallow was actually the heaviest thing. So it was the first thing that they should think about. So I think we need to address the experimental thinking or the iterative project, prototyping. Also the wrong assumptions that they build and planning approach, because it's a new, it's same as you.
Halfan, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Safia, do you want to add something to Halfan's point of view?
For the kids, they are not fighting for leadership. They work as a group. Also, they, unlike MBA, they don't execute a specific plan. They just like trial and error. And also, they do more prototypes. So by this, they're gonna explore the hidden assumption, which was the marshmallow.
Interesting. So what I understood from the video is that, and it's what's written basically in the book, yeah. Okay, here. Wait. How can I have to, let's see. Here you are, start now. Apple Books, more difficult every day. No, I don't want to study, I want to read the book. Start. My Mama Small Workshop, here you are. So in the Marshmallow, where is it? Here. See. Right. So in the Marshmallow Workshop, what I understood is that the reason the kids outperform the MBAs is that they had more time to work because they didn't fight. They didn't fight for who's the boss. That's one, right? Another one is that they had more time of effective prototyping time because they started prototyping from the beginning and with the Marshmallow on top. So their prototype was more complete with less hidden assumptions. Whereas the MBAs spend 30-40% of the time planning, right? Planning with a lot of assumptions, which means the planning was useless, right? So that's the number 2. And the number which combines with this one, bias. So this answer should be, the kindergarten doesn't have the bias towards the single optimal solution, right? And that's it. And the number 3 is that because they had more time to prototype and they didn't waste time, so they didn't waste time fighting for power, and they started prototyping at the beginning, they prototype more numbers, right? So 3, 4, 5 iterations, yes, with a better prototype, which is with the Marshmallow on top. So no less time wasted because no fighting and because they don't plan, they just start prototyping. And then the number of prototypes is higher than in the MBAs, right? These are 3 reasons, objective reasons. Does that make sense? So they spend more time prototyping, the prototype is more complete, and the number of prototype cycles is higher. So these 3 reasons, these are the 3 reasons why they outperform, which basically means they come down to one, which is they did more prototypes because they work differently. Does this make sense to you? Collaboration between kids, yeah, we don't know that, but what we know is that superior prototypes and number of prototypes, we don't know, like you can have a group where people are fighting, but if they do more if they do as many prototypes as the kids, but they fight, what do you think is going to happen? Okay, maybe they don't like each other, it's not nice to be there, but they probably will achieve similar results. Of course, it's nicer if they don't fight. Yes. So let's look at the objective facts. And the objective fact is that the number of prototypes they did with a superior prototype, it's higher. That's it. Because many other reasons, because they're kids and because they don't fight for power and because they don't have this mentality of planning, so they had more time to prototype. For whatever reason, that at the end is just number of prototypes. Does this make sense? Somebody wants to add something? Right. So here, bias towards a single optimal solution. I think you meant. Are you here, Fatima Ali? Fatima Ali, are you here?
Yes, doctor.
Fatima.
Yeah, yes.
I think you meant no bias, right? No bias towards single optimal solution, right? Because the bias, the MBAs have the bias towards the single optimal solution. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good. And then more prototyping. Yeah. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah.
Doctor, don't change the grade.
No, I will change it. I think, well, for this time, I will not change it, okay? Next time, do better. Next one, essay. Tom Wisek's marshmallow metaphor refers to what advice regarding successful management? Anybody? Fatima, what did you say here? Okay, so you
Yes,
said
doctor,
foster
I didn't hear you.
So what did you answer here? Foster a culture where assumptions are challenged and explore the hidden assumptions. Yeah, this could be one. In my opinion, is more like that many projects have these hidden things that are super important, and the faster you find them, the better. And the only way to find them is to prototype, and prototype as much as you can, and that's it. You can say that in many different ways, like foster a culture where assumptions are challenged. That's very nice. And explore the hidden assumptions through prototyping. This is one way. Yeah. Sounds good. Somebody wants to add something here? Halfan, did you explain this to your MBA friends? Right. The purpose of a minimum viable product is to test a technical hype. Yes, Halfan. The purpose of a minimal viable product.
Yeah, we also discussed this, but it wasn't in the same way. We were discussing new projects for the space, and then I used the MVP as an idea to come up with the first project. Then we add more features.
Yeah. What is the purpose of an MVP? The number one purpose is to test a business hypothesis. You can use it to test a technical. That's not the main idea. Great, excellent. So well done, everybody. Fatima. Yeah, okay. Somebody wants to add something? No. Okay, good. So be careful with the, you know, with that thing. Next one is. So let's go to our prototypes. Okay. So yeah. So the idea that today we complete a bit kind of a paper prototype, and so maybe Muna, would you like to share with us your Figma prototype? File not phone. Oh yeah. You're signaling in as Jose Tokyo. Okay. Muna, would you like to share your screen?
Sir, we don't have Muna.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I'm confused with the other class. So many classes, guys. You can imagine. Metha. I mean Metha.
Yeah, okay. So, doctor, just give me a
Is
minute.
that you talking? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you share the screen?
Yeah. Okay.
Apologies.
No, it's okay.
Please forgive me. Please don't give me a bad review on Google Maps. Okay, so how can you share the screen? Can you share the screen now?
Okay, sure, doctor. Just wait. I'm not a presenter, so can you give me an?
Let
Can
me
you
think
make me
about it.
a presenter?
See, I don't know how to do it. This is the problem. Maja, I will talk to you in the break. Okay, here, settings. No, I don't know how to give you presenter rights. Okay, Metha, chat to me. Let's see. No, everyone. Does anybody here? Yeah, it's just, I don't know how to give you presenter rights.
Sir, maybe from the arrow box and the arrow, you can
Here?
find something there.
I remember somewhere. From where did you say?
There is a box and inside an arrow.
Share me a screenshot because I don't see it. Click on the three dots. Click on the three dots beside the name. Yes, I'm trying to find her name. Okay, let me share my screen again. So this is what I got, and I don't see the options. So Metha, so I don't see the contextual menu. I don't see it. Here now, okay, finally. So we have three presenters, but none of them is used. So Metha here. Make presenter. Okay, you got it. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, I will show it now.
You have the power. Use it wisely.
So you see my screen, yeah?
Don't ask me, ask your friends. Hey guys, do you see the screen? Zoom in, zoom in. Yes, zoom in. They say yes. Shadi says yes.
Okay.
Genius.
Our idea, me and my team, is to prototype a bike. The bike is for so the main purpose is when he has a free time or has a break, he can remove the tire and transform it to to do a sport or to spend his time for like in a gym. So
Okay.
this bike has a small screen.
Okay.
That screen. Yes, Fatma.
هقول لك كملي.
Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in.
Okay. No, I will play my our prototype.
You will play. Oh my god. Wow. You will play it. What have you done? Right. Oh wow. Did you design this?
Yeah. Me and my team. So this
Good.
is
Give credit. Give credit. That's very good. Bonus point for you.
And then the rider can press a code for security, of course. And on the home screen, you can find to see the map, and you can return also. And also, it shows you your fitness things like the BMP and the calories and how many hours you spent it on that bike and the distance.
Wow, this is so cool.
Also,
Amazing.
you can see the bike parking that are valuable around you. So that helps you to park it in the suitable place. Also, the last thing is you can see your schedule. For example, you have a class in C1, then it will guide you to your location. Or also you can or you can you have example, you will go at the mall at the 3 o'clock. You can go, and it will also guide you. And the last thing, you can control your light from here. It will increase the light, not the light of the screen, the light of the bike. And that's it.
And this bike, you can use it as a gym bike or as a normal bike, yeah?
Yeah. And this you can charge it by using the power bank or by your phone.
Wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
Fatma and Shamsa, you want to add something? Sheikha and Hanan also.
Great. Thank you. Is this a MVP or a prototype?
This is a prototype for our application on the screen.
This is a prototype. It's very cool. This MVP. This could be an MVP. Could this be an MVP?
Yeah.
How would you make an MVP with this?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to do an MVP before continuing investing money on this? It is very cool, very cool.
I think,
yes.
yes, this is Safia. I think they can attach the phone to a normal bicycle and they pretend that they are using these features.
What do you think? Yeah. Simulation. Yeah, pretend. That would be really, like Jeff Hawkins did, right? With the Palm Pilot. Yeah,
yes.
That would be very good. That would be one way to do it. The other even cheaper way is to print the screens on paper. One human is the user on a static bicycle in the gym. And the other human is changing the papers. Yeah?
Yes.
And then other people observe how excited he gets with the interaction. It's almost the same effect with just printed papers. The other is with a phone. You could prototype this. Fantastic. Very good. But how to do a good MVP here? I would do a fake video, right? Like of somebody using this as if it was working, and see if somebody wants to join or buy or connect with this service. I think a video would be good. Wonderful, excellent. That's fantastic. So you have a bit of very good. So you went directly to a high fidelity prototype. You escape the paper prototype. Yes.
What, doctor? I can't hear you.
You skip the paper prototype phase. You just went directly to the high fidelity prototype.
Yeah, but we discussed already with my team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fine.
And then we directly got to the prototyping in Figma.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. It's very interesting. These days, Figma became so easy to use that you can use it as this. You could consider, because the cost of doing this is not so high, you could consider this is your first paper prototype. Make sense?
Yes.
Like before, things like Figma did not exist, so it was really hard to make something as cool as you guys did in very quickly as a first prototype, which is, it's amazing. Excellent. There are other things we could test here, like how ergonomic is the bicycle, how people like it. Yeah. So for that, you would need a real bicycle, which you can also do that and check the height, how many things, touch points that are super important as well. And this is called haptics. Do you know this word, haptics?
Oh.
No? So haptics is the science of touch. So do you know what is the difference between a BMW and a Toyota Corolla? Anybody? Somebody said something. Let's see. Technology. So actually, yeah, but that is not the difference with not that much as you would think. Yeah, luxurious. How do you make it luxurious? So I'm gonna go back to the book we use, which is where is my book? All books, my books. Okay. Oh yeah, library, that's fine. Wow, Apple Books became so difficult to use. So what is the difference between a Toyota and a BMW? Yeah. So the difference is the touch. When you touch the gearbox, why does it feel luxurious? Because when you touch it, it feels not like a cheap plastic. It feels just right. Yes. The sound it makes when you touch it, all that stuff. Same with the Apple laptops. When you press here, this silicone, all this touch is one of the few places that brands have to differentiate, to say I'm luxurious. To make sense. And so BMW, the difference between a BMW and a Hyundai, it's basically that BMW spends a lot of money and research on haptics, and that when you press a button in a BMW, it's not too hard, it's not too soft. The sound it makes is, it feels nice. You know that you touch it, it gives you the right feedback with right force. So we will see a video later, because I cannot find it now and I cannot find the slides that I wanted to show you. Good. So you could research about the haptics of the bicycle, which is a very important touch point. Excellent. Great. Wonderful. As Metha, for example, if your bicycle has a hard plastic handle as opposed to a leather handle, what do you think the user will feel?
We should have like a sensor on that handles, because we want to count the heart rate and like that, you know.
That,
once-
yeah, that's very, yes, go on.
Once the biker put his hand on the handle, the screen will switch on automatically.
That is very nice detail. Excellent. So there's a whole field about this. It's called haptics. I'm going to type it to you. Can you see my screen now? And so if you're very interested, we can dedicate more or less time to haptics. We usually dedicate 1 hour to haptics. So all this is called haptics. Haptics. Yes, haptics. So everything that has to do with touching, vibration, forces, force feedback, all that stuff, tactile sensors, it's haptics, and there's a lot of research and so on. So for example, how much, so with haptics, for example, I don't know if you noticed, but the trackpad of the latest MacBook, yes, do you know it? You can see it, yes? So when you click some So there's a way to simulate like you're clicking, but the thing doesn't move. Makes sense to you? It's just a vibration. It creates the illusion of moving, but without moving, thus avoiding costly moving parts and so on. So this is a fantastic technology, and yeah, so super interesting. And that's the difference between a luxury car and a cheap car. Do you see my video now? Do you see my video?
Yes, we can see.
Yes,
Can you hear the sound of the video?
no.
But there is
No,
no
wait.
sound.
Okay, so wait a second. I have to do the sharing again as usual. Hold on a second. I found the video. I have to stop it. And now I have to share, but I have to share the application tab and Haptics BMW quality. Oh, wait, and I have to click share audio. Ooh, how many clicks? Okay, you ready?
Use a dial, it feels good. What seems quite natural to vehicle occupants is actually the result.
Can you hear, yeah? You can hear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, doctor.
When you sit inside a BMW, you enjoy pure driving pleasure. And when you push a button or use a dial, it feels good.
Do you agree with that? People that have a BMW here, who has BMW or has tried the BMW? Do you agree with this? Right. Let's see. I have. Mahad, so do you agree that it feels better than other cars?
Yes.
So usually the engine is not much different from a Toyota. The sound, the soundproofing, the noise, it's not much different. It's the touch points. Let's continue.
What seems quite natural to vehicle occupants is actually the result of hard work. To guarantee the best quality and the feeling of accurate handling, a special team at BMW cares about the haptics of every detail inside of the vehicle.
And who is in the team, a man or a woman?
A woman.
Women are better at haptics.
Our department develops all the interior control elements. It's series development. Haptics and mechanics play a vital part in that, so this is also where Haptics team works.
The haptics team is involved in development from early on. Haptics, or the way something feels, offers vital feedback for drivers. Precise quality specifications keep haptics standards high in BMW Group vehicles, as these qualities often also increase driving pleasure. In control elements especially, interaction and haptics are very important. Good quality haptics give an interior a high quality feel and make the controls feel precise, solid, and intuitive. To give an interior the right feel, the haptics team starts by setting out specifications for each component. Before they find their way into BMW series production, a lot of fingers touch the material and test the function before the customer does. Parts can be analyzed for issues such as friction and play. Alongside the feel of a control element.
Okay, do you see this chart here?
Yes.
So y-axis is, what is this?
Force.
Force. And how many kilograms of force I have here?
10.
10.
No, this is newtons. So it's how much force? Weight. 1 kilogram, yeah? 10 newtons, about 1 kilogram, right? And this is
Distance.
travel. Well, in this case, it's degrees, so I think it's a knob, turning knob, yeah? So
The
you turn
haptic
it.
curve is also important.
So this is called haptic curve, and let's see, watch it again. It's pretty good. So it means you're turning and there's a resistance, more force. It takes more and more force to turning, and then it's easier, right? So it makes like a click, yes? And then you keep turning and it increases again the force and another click. Does that make sense? So how much force, how much should it drop? All these affects the feeling of control and biofeedback you get from your fingers to your brain, and it's the difference that the knobs in the BMW feel so good, because somebody spent time checking how much force and how much distance and when. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
Control element, the haptic curve, is also important.
And this machine here, it measures the force of this component.
It is ascertained from exact measurement.
You get it? And so in this case is the windows that when you press a bit, it goes down a bit, and then if you press like clack clack, and then you release, the window goes down by itself. Do you know this behavior? Yes. Anybody has noticed that in their car? Yes. Iman? Yes. Okay. Yeah. But how much distance, right? So that's the difference between a luxury car and Hyundai. Well, by the way, Hyundai is becoming very good because they hire a lot of Audi engineers to have the same feeling in the buttons. And inside, the cars are almost identical. You cannot, mechanically, they're very, very similar. Sounds good?
Yes, Doctor.
So if you love haptics, this is a great way. Anybody has the Apple Watch here? Apple Watch, anybody? Fitbit. Okay, look, the Apple Watch has a crown here. You see the crown? So I'm going to put the crown next to the microphone. Can you hear this noise? Click, 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 click. You hear?
Yes.
So this crown, this click, click is simulated. It's a vibrator motor that says every 5 degrees, make a small vibration. And me as a human, when I feel like click, 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 this click, click, click is not, there's no force feedback. It's just click, click, click. But it tricks my brain into thinking that there is like a mechanical resistance. But it helps me know when it switches the menu from one country to another, right? So give me haptic feedback, and it makes this feel luxurious without having to implement this mechanism mechanically, because then it has the flexibility to change how many clicks per degree, and it's so amazing. And so this is one of the fields where this is very interesting. Same when you click in the watch and you feel a click, but it's not a real click, it's just a small motor making a small vibration. It tricks you into thinking. So if you love this topic of haptics, this is just a small intro. We can dedicate more time. You will tell me.
This shows the force distance development of a window button. As you can see, there are 2 force maximums, and then you drop to a force minimum. This drop is ultimately what the customer feels as a haptic feedback, so you know you've pressed.
Components are continuously optimized and finally go into series production 2 or 3 years later, with the good feeling of having offered the most comfortable haptical experience possible. You may remember this the next time you drive in a BMW and push a button. If not, you may just realize that it increases driving pleasure.
Excellent. Not only driving pleasure, but as we will see later in some videos, it increases safety. Questions, comments? comments? No. Excited about haptics? No. Okay. So I'm gonna make a poll now. Multiple choice. How much more haptics I want to learn? 1 hour, 2, 5, 10. Oh, please. Oh, 10, okay. If we see more haptics, then we see less other things. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, haptics is a really fascinating topic. And as I said, it's the difference between great, excellent. Okay, wonderful. Somebody has a comment? No? Okay, so people designing the bicycle, you can do a bit of haptics, touch points, and so on. And it's really interesting research, actually. Great, wonderful. Okay, right, good. So this is a very good prototype. And what I would like to do next, or the next step would be to do, so you did the user flow, and here I put 2 examples of user flows. And the next idea is to do a user journey map, which is a very common tool in usability and human-computer interaction as well. And here you have some examples. I don't know how to activate the link. Oh, so we will see it in a minute. And now I'd like to go to the other group, the chatbot group. Do you have something to show, maybe? No. Maith, Maha, Halfan, Safia, Shadi, Sheikha, Gianna. Did you do any, you know, like what we said here, any user paper prototypes, some screens, something to show? Hello, hello, I'm talking to you. Shadi, no, okay, well, why not? Or is it, are you a bit, yes, confused, or you know what to do, or?
We didn't know that we should present something today, Doctor.
Oh, no, there's not, it was not an obligation, just, so anyway, you can work on it now. Do you know more or less what you want to do, like as a prototype? So you can do like 3, 4, 5 screens of a chatbot, we said, yeah? So maybe
Yes.
we can focus, on some product, a specific product. If you don't know what to do, just, I don't know, what's the most annoying thing that you don't like from your interactions with call centers? So just choose one of them, like Digua or Etisalat, and try to make it better. Yeah.
Okay.
So design 2, 3, 4. Like, I am a customer. I go to the chatbot, and this is how I would like the chatbot to behave with me. Sounds
And
good.
we should use Figma or paper prototypes.
So whatever you think is faster and cheaper for you as costing time, right? So.
Okay.
And here I gave you some examples of how to do it in paper. So you could just do it here on Miro or here, right? So can you see my screen now? No. I need to, hold on. I need to share the screen again. I'm gonna share my screen, share my screen. Yeah, so I was saying here you have, I gave you some examples. So maybe you could add 3, 4 screens more. And here you have some chat example. Maybe the chat is nicer to have a human, or a mascot. It's up to you to do something cool. Okay, if you need a bit of inspiration, I gave you here 2 examples. So these are very good examples of user flow. The first page you land into is usually called the landing page. It's like the login page. We call it landing page because you land on the app, right? So what we want to do is to make a small user flow with 3-4 screens. So here, for example, they have a very stylized, very simplified what kind of information they have in each website. Here you have, for example, the user flow in a checkout process. So here they have a progress bar, you see that? And so this is the first screen, the second, and the third, right? And here in red, they say what happens when you click here, right? Now with Figma, you can do this directly and have it simulated. But you can also do this. It's nice to see it as well in a poster to see what's happening in the app, right? So this is various way to do a user flow. Here's another one with a diagram. So this is a website. So user enters the website, clicks here. So this is what happens if it clicks in the blog link. So it will go here, tick, 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 tick. Or he can go down and then he will see this, and this, and then he can go here or here. And so this is another user flow, right? You see that? So there are many ways to do it. I think this is done with Marvel app. And they put numbers here to tell you this is the first screen, the second, usually the third and the fourth. This is very good to classify the information. Oh, it's Illustrator, good. So this is very cool. This is a sitemap as well. This is a user flow as well. Yeah. And so this is also known as information architecture. So all the information, what is the architecture? Meaning how do you organize information, right? So when we talk about menus in Microsoft Word, for example, or even Slack, right? So what is the information architecture here? So we have Slack channels here, we have users, then we have shortcuts here, hiding panels. So how do you organize all this information? How much area for each kind of information? How do you do information hiding, which means how much information you hide, like this, right? Hiding. All this is called information architecture. So here you have another example, another example, another example. The blue lines are the switching. So typical login, enter your email, and so on. So this is to explain to the management, okay, this is the design, do you like it? Yes, and then they do it, right? This is a bit like 10 years old, but now because Figma has taken over the world. Anyway, so that's what I mean by user flow. So in the case of a chatbot, bot society, there is this simulator of bot society. These are some Italians that I met in California. So this is a simulator of chatbots. So maybe you want to use this as a simulator of your chat. Yeah. So that's an example. Wow, they're not going bankrupt. Amazing. Okay, good. You like it? You have to do a flowchart. Yeah. Yes. For the chatbot. Yeah. Yes. You can use Figma or just a text, a dialogue. It doesn't matter, but you have to do it. You can use slides, PowerPoint, but you have to do something. Yeah. Okay, good. So does this overview help you to understand what is a user flow? Yeah. And some are more fancy. As we said, we start with paper prototype, no design, just what the people do. Good. And so that's one thing. And the other thing is, once you've done that, yeah, you will do the user journey. So the electric bicycle people, you can start with the user journey. And so the user journey is, what is the user journey? Can somebody tell me? Maybe we already talked about it. Megan, tell me.
It is the steps from when the user start using the system or our service until the end.
Yeah, very good. And what is the purpose? Why do we? Why do
It's
we
a
do a
common
user
tool,
journey
like
map?
it's used to design the apps and it checks the usability of the apps.
And why is it so useful?
To see to see what motivates our users, and or the vice versa, why they don't come back to us, or the bottleneck.
Bottlenecks, pain points, to identify pain points that we don't see. Yeah, to visualize the pain points. Yes, excellent. So here you have some examples. We have 2 minutes, yeah, to the prayer. Here you have some examples of user journey maps. So for example, this is the user journey map of booking a train ticket in Europe, right? So when you book a train ticket, first you plan your trip. So you go to the internet, you talk with friends. Hey, let's take a trip to the mountains. Okay, we'll take a train. Okay, which days? That you start talking, WhatsApp, make a WhatsApp group. I don't know. Yeah, this is called usually what happens, right? Then you go shopping. You go to the, you check various websites to buy the train ticket, right? You put the information, check the fees, select how many passengers, first class, second class. Then you book it. Maybe you have to call someone. Then they send you the tickets by email or by SMS. Then comes the travel day. You go to the station. You show your QR code or your paper tickets that you printed. Maybe you had a problem. Maybe you lost it. Anything could happen. And then after the trip, what do you do with the tickets? You throw them away. It's a souvenir. What? Or you post on Facebook something. I travel with this train, right? So this is a typical. So maybe you are the person who makes the website, but look, there's a lot what's happening before that. It's good for you to understand, and there's a lot that's happening afterwards that it's also will help you make a better website, right? So this is a very complete user map, very sophisticated. So you follow the user through these stages, and you try to understand what is he thinking, feeling, and experiencing. And then when he's feeling very sad or frustrated, you know there is a problem there, right? So you can make a chart of ups and downs. You don't need to be super sophisticated. You can do Excel, right? You can do it with PowerPoint and so on. If you Google user journey maps on the internet, you will find so many. This is the typical one where you happy, sad, happy, sad. Oh, here there is a problem. Oh, I have to wait 1 month for something. I'm super not happy with this company, right? So you know there's a problem here, and it helps you visualize it. Does it make sense? Here's another one, a user journey map of a user of the London Metro, and so on. Okay, so we'll have a 10-minute break, and we come back at 6:20. Is that good? We come back at 6:15. Is that what you say? Or the playing time is at 6:15? Playing is at 6:15. Okay, so we have 3 minutes. Yes? Maha, yes.
Doctor, what about the quiz?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we'll have a break now. We come back at 6:20. Is that good? Okay, good. Okay, you have a break now. Maha, if you don't do the quiz, it's fine. It will not count for you. If you want to do it, I think you can do it. You can do it anytime you want. I think. the lockdown browser will not complain. So can you try to do it maybe after the class?
After the class, doctor, it's not just me and Hanan.
Yeah, you girls can. You can do it anytime. Just use the lockdown browser. It will record you, and then be in an environment. No notes, just looking, just typical lockdown. And I think you can do it anytime you want. Yeah.
Could I do
Sounds
it
good?
now?
Try to do it now. Yeah, I think 10 minutes is enough to do this quiz. Yeah.
Okay,
Especially
thank you.
after seeing the answers in the classroom.
No, I did not.
Okay, good, good.
Thank you, doctor.
Doctor,
Yeah.
can you please show me my, or you check it yourself, don't show it to me, because يعني from what I saw the answers, I believe يعني that the mark should be higher than what I got.
Excellent. That's the attitude we want. We want you to fight for your marks. Let me find it for you. No. Oh, I'm so tired. Let's see. Here you are. Grade center. Full grade center. Okay, what's your name?
Iman.
Iman, you got 3.5. Let's check your grade.
Yeah.
Maybe I stop recording, yeah? So this will not be in the recording. No, I cannot stop. I wanna pause. Do you mind if it's in the recording, Iman?
Actually, I myself, I cannot see your screen.
Okay. Do you mind if it's in the recording?
No, I don't.
You don't mind. Okay, good. It's good. Also learning experience for other students. Let me share the screen with you. Share. I need to stop sharing and share and view screen. Cool. What about now? Can you see? Iman, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I don't know. There was a technical glitch. Okay. Give 3 examples of projects that make high fidelity prototypes. Yeah. Oh, this should be correct, actually. Good, Iman. What else is not good? Just remember prototype is high fidelity and Marble Labs. And you said?
Yeah, this I know it's a mistake. But the
I
one
said false,
question
sorry.
7.
Yeah, you said false. Yeah,
Question
sorry.
7 here.
Thomas is finding the hidden to regarding project management. Yes, it's not only. Could you explain a bit more? It's an essay, okay? You're supposed to explain, not just write 3 words.
Okay.
Like the question is this long, and you just answer this. But do you understand what? I mean, if you didn't know anything about this, and you say finding hidden assumptions, like, do you think that this is a good explanation? I think it could be better, no?
Yes.
You could say every project has a hidden assumption. This is the typical reason why projects fail. What is a hidden assumption? It's something that we assume, but it's not true. And then we plan following this assumption or based on this assumption, but it's not true, and therefore we execute, and then we find out usually at the end of the project when it's too late to change things or there is no time to change things that the plan was wrong because it was based on a wrong assumption. And the marshmallow represents that hidden assumption. The marshmallow, people assume is light,
Yes.
That's why they don't include them in the planning of the tower. They think it's super light, so they don't think it's important to prototype with the marshmallow. But this assumption is incorrect because actually the marshmallow is the heaviest thing in the whole tower. That is a good explanation.
Okay, I understand. But just a request. Can you please next time, if you need from us to really explain something, to tell us this, just give us a hint in the question that we need to really talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
says
hint is,
essay, but we had another essay question which its answer was also 3 words.
yes, but I don't mind if you really answer the question about what is the advice that Tom Wojcik tells. And Tom Wojcik advice is not just finding the hidden assumption. What kind of advice is that? That's not a did Tom Wojcik say find the hidden assumptions? No, Tom Wojcik says find the hidden assumptions. Why? Because that is the #1 reason projects fail. How? Because you make an assumption, it's wrong, and then there is no time to fix it. Example, marshmallow. The marshmallow, people assume that is the advice Tom Wojcik says. Tom Wojcik doesn't say, hey, you, find the hidden assumptions, bye. Okay? So if you want an A next time, just really explain it. Yes?
Okay, I'll make sure to do that. I'll provide plenty of things the next time.
It doesn't hurt to explain things, but 3 words, you can do better. Yes?
I think the rest
If
is
you want
good,
an A.
but this is why I thought I should get a higher. So now it goes to 4.25.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Super. Okay, we'll have some more. I'm gonna have some more coffee. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, can you hear me? Are we back? Great.
Yes, this is Andy. Yes, Doctor.
Hello, hello. Hi. Questions? Any questions? Okay, good. So in this second part, I want you to work on your prototypes. So group 1, maybe you can just build a simple user flow, user Miro, no big deal, or bot society. If you don't have any, maybe you could build a chatbot for your company or something that you're interested in. Just decide between yourselves. If you don't know what to do, do the typical Etisalat chatbot. Check my balance, this, that, cancel, complain. That would be something. Yeah. And for the electric bicycle group, and also for the chatbot group, you can please try to do a user journey. You've seen a few examples. You have templates in Miro, in Figma. You can use Excel. And so use the user journey. So you have designed a few steps. So do the user journey for each of the steps and then add a few steps before and after. Like, for example, in the case of the bicycle, Ahmed, 20 years old, he wants to be fitter, but he lacks motivation, so he decides to try this. Okay, good. And so with a friend, goes to a gym and finds his machine, so he logs in, okay, what's the experience, right? And try to imagine how would he feel, what would be frustrating, what would be happy, what would be easy, what would be difficult, or what things you didn't think about, like, oh my God, I didn't put a login page. Oh my God. Sounds good? Yeah, so this is your job, and then at home, or if you finish quickly, so I'm going to make 2 frames here. So I want you to so this can be your frame, and here you can put your e-bike. Yes. So here you can put your screenshot of your Figma here, so we can see it, and a link maybe. And then here you can put your, yes.
We can see your screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, you told me. Share application screen. Go on. Now, yes. So I'm saying try to, maybe you can do the user journey on Figma, doesn't matter, or you can do it in Miro. Many people do it in Miro. You can look for templates. What I'm saying is copy paste your Figma screenshot here, and below you can do the user journey. Yeah. And I think that could be cool. And then chatbot people, same idea. So make a small 5 steps, something. Prototype, user flow prototype, paper prototype, and then put it here, paste it here, and then here below do the user journey as a sample user journey. Yeah, sounds good. This is your work for today. I hope you can finish it. So you have 90 minutes. I don't want you to spend more than 90 minutes doing this. And then for homework, or if you finish earlier, and this is going to be for the next class, for the next week, we will learn about how to do proper usability testing, right? So right now we are looking a lot at the design side, but to scientifically analyze how much usable something is, there is you can study for that, and it is called usability testing. So you would be a usability engineer, and there are protocols and ways to do the things, how to ask the questions, how to measure things. And so there's a very good free course that we have access thanks to UAE University through LinkedIn Learning. So you can use your UAU account, and this is the course. It's very short, it's just 20 minutes. So if you finish today all your tasks, you can do it. You can do it later, or otherwise during the weekend. Sounds good. So I'm gonna copy paste it here. Homework for next week. Sounds good. Questions? No questions. No questions. Everyone, yes, no, okay. Shall I make a breakout rooms for you guys so you can work? Yes, please. Okay. Let's see if I remember how to do that. Can somebody help me to do the breakout rooms? How do I do it? Here. This is the information architecture of this is so bad. And there is this saying that says, if you have to teach me something once, it's okay. But if you have to teach it to me twice, that means the design is bad. And I can say that the design is bad right now. Don Norman said that. And I think it's very true in this case. So I'm going to make two groups. And you can, I think the same, I don't know, you can switch groups, so go for it. And I'll see you next week. If you need me for something, call me or Slack to me. Sounds good? All right, great. And remember, we don't grade the product that you're doing, which is great. It's about the process, learning to the user journey map. It doesn't matter if your product is not fun or not fun. Yeah. All right. Gianna, do you have any questions? Very good. Great. Wonderful. Okay, good.